right. Welcome to our deep dive into all things jewelry mounting. And more specifically, we're going to be focusing on how to prep for a jewelry mounter interview. So let's just get right to it. We have a whole bunch of resources here, an interview guide that's got some sample questions. We also have a career guide, which is going to give us a lot of insight into the field itself. And of course, we have RoleCatcher's AI, which is going to be helpful throughout all this in terms of helping you tailor your answers and really practice like a pro. So before we jump into the questions, I kind of want to set the scene a little bit. So think about precious metals and sparkling gemstones. As a jewelry mounter, you're the one who takes those raw materials and you transform them into these wearable masterpieces.
It really is a fascinating blend of artistry and precision. So you think about intricate settings that you see on rings, pendants, even those elaborate tiaras. Those are the creations of a skilled jewelry mounter.
Yeah, for sure. It's not just about the technical skills, though. Attention to detail, patience, and a steady hand are just as crucial. And of course, as technology like CAD software and 3D printing becomes more common, the ability to adapt and learn new techniques is a huge plus. And speaking of technology, RoleCatcher's AI-powered CV and resume builder is a total game changer.
Absolutely. It analyzes the specific job description and it helps you highlight the skills and experience that are most relevant. It's like having a personal career coach crafting your resume to stand out to potential employers.
Okay, so let's get down to business, the interview itself. So we're going to be looking at the interview guide and has 10 sample questions. These are just to give you a taste of what you might expect. Now remember, these are just examples, but they do cover a wide range of topics that'll help you showcase your skills, your experience, and also your passion for the craft. You ready for the first question?
Let's do it.
All right, here we go. Can you walk us through the process of mounting a diamond onto a ring?
So this one might seem pretty straightforward, but it's a chance to show off your in-depth knowledge. So think about the specific techniques that you use, the tools you prefer, and the challenges that you faced. Don't just give a generic answer. Take them on a journey through your process.
Yeah, exactly. Paint that vivid picture. Maybe you could even mention a challenging diamond setting that you tackled and how you overcame those obstacles.
Yeah, and be prepared for those follow-up questions too. Like, what are the biggest challenges you face when working with different types of metals? Or how do you ensure a secure and aesthetically pleasing setting?
And here's a tip. Practicing your answer out loud can make a world of difference. So RoleCatcher's AI interview practice feature is amazing for this. You can record yourself answering the question. And the AI will actually give you feedback on your delivery, the content, even your body language.
It's like having a personal interview coach right there in your pocket.
Okay, question number 2. How do you ensure the safety of the jewelry during the mounting process?
This one is all about showing your professionalism and responsibility. Highlight the safety protocols that you follow, like wearing protective gear, using the tools properly, and securing the jewelry at all times.
Yeah, maybe you could even share a story about a time you identified a potential hazard and you took steps to prevent an accident. This really shows that you take safety seriously, which is crucial in a workshop environment.
And be prepared for follow-ups, like, what steps would you take if a piece of jewelry were accidentally damaged during mounting? Or how do you stay up to date on the latest safety regulations in the industry?
And please don't tell them you just cross your fingers and hope for the best. All right, on to question 3. How do you handle complex custom jewelry orders?
So this is your chance to showcase your ability to manage projects, to communicate with clients, and bring those visions to life.
Yeah, and you can really walk them through your process from the initial consultation to the final reveal. Highlight your ability to interpret those design ideas, translate them into technical specifications, and collaborate with the clients to ensure their satisfaction.
They might dig deeper with questions like, how do you handle disagreements with clients about design choices? Or what steps do you take to manage expectations and ensure the final product aligns with their vision?
And whatever you do, don't tell them. You just tell the clients what they want to hear, even if it's not feasible. Honesty and clear communication is key, even when things get tricky. Okay, question 4. How do you stay up to date with current trends and techniques in jewelry mounting?
This is all about demonstrating your passion for continuous learning and your commitment to staying at the forefront of the industry.
It's not just about keeping up with the latest styles. It's about showcasing your genuine interest in the craft and your willingness to evolve as a professional.
Exactly. So mention specific industry publications that you read, websites you follow, conferences you've attended. And if you've learned a new technique recently, talk about how you incorporated it into your work.
Yeah, and don't be afraid to mention your personal interests within the field. whether it's a particular style of jewelry or a specific metalworking technique.
Potential follow-up could be, what are some emerging trends in jewelry mounting that excite you? Or, how do you see technology impacting the future of jewelry mounting?
Now, while keeping up with trends is important, try to avoid mentioning that your main source of inspiration is reality TV jewelry shows. Okay, let's move on to question number 5. Can you explain the difference between a prong setting and a bezel setting?
Now we're getting technical. This is where you can really show off your knowledge of different setting techniques.
Yeah, and remember, clarity is key here. Explain each setting in a way that someone with no jewelry knowledge could understand. Maybe even use your hands to demonstrate, or even sketch a quick diagram, if the interview setting allows.
So they might ask follow-up questions like, which setting would you recommend for a delicate gemstone like an opal? Or, what are the pros and cons of each setting in terms of durability and aesthetics?
And whatever you do, don't mix up your prongs and bezels.
Yeah.
Or worse, invent a new setting on the spot. Okay, ready for question 6.
Hit me.
How do you handle quality control when mounting jewelry?
This is a crucial one. They want to know that you are meticulous and committed to delivering flawless work.
Yeah, think about your entire process, from inspecting the raw materials to the final polish. Mention the specific tools and techniques that you use to ensure quality at each stage.
You could also share an example of a time where you identified a flaw and corrected it before it became a problem. That shows you're proactive and attentive to detail.
And they might follow up with questions like, what are your standards for a perfectly set stone? Or how do you balance speed and efficiency with maintaining high quality?
And remember, quality control isn't just about catching mistakes. It's about having those systems in place to prevent them from happening in the first place. Maybe you have a specific way of organizing your workspace, or a ritual for double-checking measurements. Those details can make you stand out as a candidate who really takes pride in their work.
Absolutely. Okay, we're on a roll. Question number 7. How do you handle difficult or dissatisfied customers?
This one might seem a bit out of left field, but it's incredibly important. They want to know that you can handle these challenging situations with grace and professionalism.
So think of a specific example where you successfully resolved a customer issue. Maybe a misunderstanding about a repair or a concern about a custom design.
And then you can walk them through your approach, how you listen to their concerns, acknowledge their feelings, and work towards a solution that addresses their needs.
Yeah, and remember, empathy is key. Even if the customer is being unreasonable, try to see things from their perspective and respond with calmness and understanding.
They might ask follow-up questions like, what's your strategy for diffusing a tense situation? Or how do you turn a negative customer experience into a positive one?
And for the love of all that is sparkly, please don't tell them you just hide in the back room until the customer leaves. All right, we've tackled 7 questions. Are you ready for more?
Absolutely. Bring on the next challenge. Okay, so let's jump back into those interview questions. Question number 8. Can you describe a time when you had to troubleshoot a problem during the mounting process?
Yeah, so this is a great opportunity to showcase your problem-solving skills and your ability to think on your feet. Because things don't always go perfectly in the world of jewelry mounting, right?
Right.
A stone might not sit right, a prong could break, or a design element might just prove to be way more challenging than you anticipated.
Exactly. So choose a specific example that shows your ability to analyze the problem, come up with some potential solutions, and then implement the best course of action.
Yeah, walk them through your thought process step by step. What clues helped you pinpoint the issue? What options did you even consider? And what steps did you take to resolve it? Really highlight your resourcefulness and your ability to stay calm when you're under pressure.
Yeah, and some potential follow-up questions could include like, what's the most challenging mounting problem you've ever faced? Or how do you approach a problem that you've never encountered before?
And here's a tip. Don't be afraid to talk about what you learned from the experience, even if the solution wasn't perfect. Highlighting your ability to learn from mistakes really shows that you're committed to that continuous improvement. Okay, 2 more questions to go. Question number 9. Can you explain the difference between carat weight and total weight in jewelry?
Okay, so this is another technical question that's designed to gauge your understanding of jewelry terminology and measurements.
Right, so carat weight refers specifically to the weight of the gemstone, whereas total weight includes the weight of the metal setting, any additional stones, and any other components. So think of it this way. Carat weight is like focusing on the solo performer, and total weight is like considering that entire ensemble cast.
Yeah, a helpful way to explain this might be To use a real-world example, like imagine you're describing a diamond ring. You could say something like, this ring features a 1 carat diamond, but the total weight, including the platinum setting, is 3 grams.
Yeah, that's a great way to illustrate the difference. So they might follow up with questions like, why is it important to understand both carat weight and total weight? Or how do you ensure accuracy when measuring and recording these weights?
And remember, accuracy and precision are essential in this field, so don't be afraid to mention those specific tools and techniques that you use to ensure those precise measurements.
All right, so we've reached the final question on our list. How do you ensure that the jewelry you mount is ethically sourced?
Okay, so this question goes beyond technical skills. It speaks to your awareness of the ethical and environmental impact of the jewelry industry.
And this is a topic that a lot of employers are taking very seriously these days, so it's important to be prepared to discuss it thoughtfully and genuinely.
Yeah, for sure. So think about your own values and how they align with ethical sourcing practices. Do you prioritize working with suppliers who adhere to fair labor standards and environmental sustainability? Do you research the origins of the materials that you use? Share your thought process and your commitment to those ethical practices.
Yeah, and if you have any personal anecdotes or experiences related to ethical sourcing, share those too.
Yeah.
Maybe you chose to work with a particular supplier because of their commitment to responsible mining. Or perhaps you've taken steps to educate yourself about those ethical sourcing practices. Those personal touches can make your answer more compelling and memorable.
Exactly. And they might follow up with questions like, what are the biggest challenges you face in ensuring ethical sourcing? Or how do you stay informed about ethical sourcing practices in the industry?
Yeah, and it's okay to acknowledge that ensuring ethical sourcing can be really complex. What matters is showing your awareness of the issues and your willingness to learn and make those informed choices. Now, before we wrap up this section on interview questions, let's take a quick detour into the career guide, because it's packed with valuable insights that can inform your interview answers, but also give you a broader perspective on the career path itself.
Absolutely. So the career guide highlights the various work environments that you might encounter as a jewelry mounter. You could find yourself in a bustling workshop, a small design studio, or even a high-tech manufacturing facility. And each setting comes with its own unique challenges and rewards.
Right. And the guide also goes into different career stages. Are you just starting out as an apprentice, eager to learn the ropes? Or are you a seasoned professional aspiring to become a master jewelry mounter, renowned for your intricate designs and exceptional skills? Understanding these different stages can really help you visualize your future in the field.
Yeah, it's like having a roadmap for your career journey. And the career guide even provides example profiles of jewelry mounters at various stages, giving you a glimpse into the day-to-day realities of each role.
Okay, so speaking of real-world examples, let's take a look at the junior jewelry mounter profile. So they are typically responsible for creating those basic jewelry frameworks, setting less complex stones, and collaborating with more experienced mounters to learn those new techniques.
Right, so here's an example from the guide. As a junior jewelry mounter, my primary focus is on mastering foundational techniques. I'm proficient in creating basic frameworks for various jewelry pieces, following detailed design specifications. I've honed my skills in setting and securing semi-precious stones, utilizing a variety of techniques to ensure their durability and aesthetic appeal. I thrive in a collaborative environment, working closely with more experienced mounters to learn advanced techniques and refine my skills. I'm meticulous in my work, inspecting each piece carefully to ensure it meets the highest standards of quality and craftsmanship. I'm eager to learn and grow in this field, constantly seeking opportunities to expand my knowledge and expertise.
It's great to see those tangible examples. And remember, each career stage comes with its own set of skills and responsibilities.
And that's where RoleCatcher's AI comes in handy once again. The Career Compass feature can really help you identify the skills that you need to develop to progress in your career. It can even suggest courses, workshops, or certifications that align with your career goals.
It's like having a personal career advisor guiding you every step of the way. Okay, we've covered a lot of ground today, from mastering interview questions to exploring career insights. But we're not done yet. In the final part of our deep dive, we'll delve into the world of technology and its impact on jewelry mounting. And we'll leave you with some final tips and resources to help you shine in that interview.
So stay tuned for the grand finale. We'll bring it all together and equip you with the knowledge and confidence to rock that interview and launch your sparkling career as a jewelry mounter.
And we are back for the final part of our jewelry mounting deep dive. We've covered so much already. I mean, those tough interview questions, exploring different career paths, ethical sourcing practices, so much. But now let's jump into how technology is reshaping this field. And of course, we'll give you those last few resources to totally nail that interview.
All right, so technology. It's playing a bigger and bigger role in the jewelry industry, right? And as a jewelry mounter, embracing these new advancements can give you a serious advantage.
For sure. We did touch on CAD software and 3D printing a little bit earlier, but let's go a little deeper. Imagine designing super intricate settings with incredible precision using CAD, or creating prototypes, even finished pieces, with that pinpoint accuracy of 3D printing.
It's really changing how jewelry is designed and made, and for someone like you, an aspiring jewelry mounter, being able to use these technologies can really make you stand out.
Exactly. Just think about it. You walk into that interview and you start talking about how you used CAD software to design a custom engagement ring, or how you used 3D printing to create a unique texture for a pendant.
It shows that you're not just stuck in the old ways. You're forward-thinking, ready to adapt to this ever-changing industry.
Absolutely. And speaking of adapting, let's circle back to RoleCatcher's AI tools. We've talked about the CV and resume builder, the interview practice, but there's more.
Yeah, RoleCatcher also has this career compass feature. Super helpful as you move through your career. Helps you figure out what skills you need to develop, suggests courses or certifications. It can even connect you with other professionals in your field.
Like having a personal career mentor in your pocket.
Mm-hmm.
And remember, networking is crucial in any industry, but especially in jewelry. Those connections, those relationships, they can open so many doors to incredible opportunities.
Yeah, for sure. Building a strong network, it can lead to collaborations, mentorships, even job offers. And RoleCatcher, it has these network management tools to help you make those valuable connections.
All right. So we've come to the end of our deep dive, and you're officially equipped. You've got a whole toolbox full of knowledge, strategies, resources. Go out there and conquer that jewelry mounter interview. The biggest thing. Confidence.
Confidence is key. Believe in your skills, show your passion, let your personality shine through.
And if you need that extra push, RoleCatcher's AI. It's there to help you polish your answers, practice your delivery, and feel ready for anything.
And remember, that interviewer, they're not just looking for technical skills. They want someone who's eager to learn, who's passionate about this craft, and someone who's a good fit for their team.
So go out there, sparkle brightly, and let that passion for jewelry mounting shine through. We know you're going to impress them. You've got the knowledge, you've got the enthusiasm, and that little extra help from AI.
Thanks for joining us for the deep dive. Best of luck in that interview. We know you're going to be a fantastic jewelry mounter.